Welcome back to IFL. Right, we have titled this video "Effin' Stay or Go?" ? The reason being is because FSG, are you confused on how they're dealing with this owning an English football team? It's, on one hand, we're not bashing them because I've seen the good that they've done at Liverpool. They've done various things that have been good for the club. The debt, the branding, the stadium, various really good things. But on the other hand, they've done some very poor things in certain managerial choices, signings, net spend. The list is also sort of endless. But my question is, if you're going to stay and be Liverpool owners, then fucking stay and do it. Give us the money, do it properly, go and win things. Don't just survive, don't just get top four, go and win that league. Go all out. If not, then fucking go. Sell up, sell to some bankrolling billionaire and give us a bit of a success. We haven't had a league in 900 years now, and it's getting very, very depressing. In saying that, all these owners of all these clubs, they all know we're lifers and we're going to be there no matter what. So they feed on that, and I think to a certain extent take advantage of it. So my question to you, Coley Mac, is FSG, are they doing a good job overall? And would you like them to actually just push on now, spend that extra few quid? We're obviously not getting targets that we need. We're identifying positions that need strengthening, but we're not really strengthening positions that are very weak in this side. In that, I mean, yeah, we bought Salah, but we had players in that position that could have played there. We have players at the club that can do that. But defensively, we're so weak. So we're still going to be playing a left back, a Milner as left back, a right side of midfielder. More than likely, he's going to start. We gotta sort this out. What's your overall synopsis?
So to begin with, I think when they first came in, I think they showed a bit of naivety in dealing with football. It was something that was obviously was new to them, and that was quite clear with the way things went on for a bit. I think they've certainly picked it up in the last couple of seasons and have done some. They did some very smart things as well from the start, but they're very smart businessmen, and that's what they are. Obviously, they're not like your Abramovich or your Man City side, whatever, Middle Eastern oil billionaire going around throwing money left, right, and centre. But listen, I think they've shown in this window that they're willing to spend big money if the player is right. I think they've given that to Klopp. I think they're willing to back him if and when on the right player, rather than doing what Liverpool have done for decades now, which is if a player isn't available, that they go for second best.
Well, we've had no choice because we are sort of we're shopping in that second tier. But let me put this to you then. To give us a clear indication, how long can FSG survive at Liverpool without winning a league? I will put the FA Cup in there or a European trophy, but not the Milk Cup. The Milk Cup is actually the last thing we won 10 years ago, and it's just not good enough. No, it's not good enough for Liverpool. So will we all still have they're doing an okay job in another 10 years when we've won maybe an FA Cup or even 2 FA Cups? How long do they have?
Listen, I think Jurgen, if they're using the model that they're currently using, I think it's going to be successful. I genuinely believe that, because I'm of the belief right now that there's so very few players out there currently playing football that are of exceptional talent that right now the ones that are going to be successful are the ones that take players that are decent, ordinary players and turn them into exceptional players. And there's very few managers that do that better than Jurgen Klopp, to be honest, on the planet. And that, for me, bodes well for Liverpool in the current state of affairs.
So if they haven't won a league in 5 or 6 years...
but I see Klopp. I do see Klopp winning a league in the next 3 seasons.
I hope you're right. I don't see anything. I literally I don't see him winning or not winning. I just wonder how long the fans will give them before we all sort of... I mean, I remember the fans were torn with Rodgers. Half wanted him to stay, half were saying get rid of him. And then eventually we all just said, look, enough is enough. I'm wondering when that point will come with FSG. Unfortunately, we don't have the power to remove them because they own the club, like we did with Rodgers. But it's an interesting one.
Whenever fans look for a board to go, and there's a full backing behind the fans, the board usually does end up selling up, to be honest. So that is something that could happen, but it happened with Hicks and Gillette as much as they fought that one.
Thing with them is, though, they weren't making the money that FSG are now making. Just like look at Arsenal, they're making serious bucks. Those boys are not moving. They don't give a shit if they win the league. It's all about the money with them, and unfortunately, they're all Americans. Not American bashing here, but
no. Is it Usmanov?
Yeah, but I mean,
Usmanov wants to spend the money, but he doesn't have full control, or doesn't have the major control at Arsenal.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all Americans that are using the business model to make money. It's a business.
Yeah.
So I just wonder. I know that the people of Liverpool, I wonder how long they'll accept it, but that remains to be seen.
I don't think it needs to be accepted. As I say, it's something that I see in the next, with the current state of football, as is 2 to 3 years. I'd expect Jurgen Klopp to have a league title in the bag, to be honest. At which stage FSG will be heralded as heroes.
It's crazy though. We've gone from a club that hasn't won the league in 26, 27 years, whatever, to now being a club that hasn't won a trophy in 10 years. It's getting worse. Something needs to be done.
But that's what Jurgen Klopp was brought in to do, and that's what I believe he's actually doing.
That's what all managers are brought in to do, whether they can do it or not. I mean, it looks like he has the full backing of FSG, and that's great, but my question still remains, how long do they have?